Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Elder Scrolls Lore. Today we're going to be talking about the Blackwater War. Now, just before we start, a friendly reminder that I have a Discord now. I have a link in the description and on my channel. We can join, we can talk about gaming, we can talk about Elder Scrolls, we can talk about pretty much anything you guys, us gamers, like to talk about. And I hope to see you guys there. Well, the Blackwater War. Now, the Blackwater War was a 26-year-long war in Black Marsh between the Riemann Empire and the native Argonians from 2811 of the First Era and 2837 of the First Era. The war erupted after the Riemann Empire invaded, and it would be separated into three phases. The first campaign was led by a young, popular general, Argurius Bucco, and he commanded the 4th Legion in 2811 of the First Era. He saw massive victories early on, including the Battle of Argonia, which was the first open battle in the war. This encouraged the Empire to invade deeper into the swamps in the province. But the Legion, accustomed to fighting on the hills, were outmaneuvered in this new terrain. Disease would also ravage their ranks and kill over half the Legion. Those that survived were forced to deal with constant rusting equipment from the damp air and unusable tactics. By 2812 of the First Era, most legionaries fought armorless. 5 years into the war, in 2816 of the First Era, all but 6 cohorts of the 4th were survived. Bucco would eventually call another legion from Cyrodiil to construct a paved road called Riemann's Way, or the Swamp Road, to aid the war effort. However, the road was never more than half completed due to the constant Argonian raids. What this road would have accomplished is it would allow supply lines to be traveled quicker and allow reinforcements to come in quicker as well. By 2820 in the First Era, 9 years into the war, the 4th was virtually wiped out, save 350 legionaries. Bucco almost faced a mutiny, but eventually caved to his troops' demands and retreated. After a 10-day march to the Argonian pyramid of Shih-Se, the survivors intended to camp before their full retreat back to Cyrodiil, and they would be ambushed and all killed. The second campaign formed as a result of the catastrophic failure of Argurius Bucco's campaign. Regulus Sardacus was selected as the new general of the 4th Legion, which was now being rebuilt for the second invasion. Unlike Bucco, Sardacus was an experienced leader prior to Black Marsh and had a well-respected military campaign. Sardacus adapted his war strategy for the swamps and marshes of the province. He equipped his soldiers with light armor to combat the heat and humidity and to not deal with the consistent rusting of equipment. Now, another thing he did that Bucco never did was start consulting the natives. Non-hostile Argonians were consulted to make use of the jungle resources, and the biggest advantage that Sardacus made was he used bribes and alliances to recruit Argonian tribes to his side. In contrast, Bucco had looked down on Argonians as a lesser race. Now, Sardacus was able to recruit native tribes to help triple his forces. By 2823 of the First Era, all the land they had conquered had been reclaimed under the second campaign. Furthermore, Sardacus would start draining swamps, salting rice paddies, and clearing forests to help prevent Argonian tactics from being effective. This worked exceedingly well until Alicia don't know if this was under the orders of Sardacus, by the way. Under Alicia, Malachius ordered a bog near Stormhold to be burned. The bog was part of a massive interconnected tunnel system, and soon a massive forest fire burned from Stormhold to Gideon to Soulrest. Historian Valenka Arvina described it as, I quote, an inferno of burning peat and detritus, end quote. Noxious gases and unpredictable explosions caused the Great Burn of 2828 of the First Era, and it lasted until 2831 of the First Era. Sardacus eventually ordered a full retreat to prevent any further loss. However, he would die of an infected wound before they could return to the Imperial City, and it is unknown whether or not these wounds were caused by the fire or if they were caused by a battle. We don't really know. It doesn't really say. The third and final campaign was led by Lucina Falco, who became general of the 4th Legion in 2833 of the First Era. Her entire military career consisted of the Blackwater War. She originally fought in the Battle of Argonia nearly 20 years back. She moved forward with Spartacus' strategies by employing pirates to fight alongside a Imperial Legion of Diamond Marines. Now they would harass and attack the western coast, and her armies took the western half of Blackmarsh with relative ease, but were slowed by the interior's terrain. The conflict would turn very bloody and terrifying in 2834 of the First Era due to guerrilla warfare tactics that the Argonians would start using. However, the war would abruptly end with a declaration of peace in 2836 of the First Era. This was because of Argonian tribal infighting, and many Argonians just decided that they were not going to fight for people they did not care for. By 2837, Blackmarsh had become an imperial province under the Riemann Empire. Now, that is all I have. The Blackwater War it's something I never expected to cover, and then as I was researching other things, it kind of popped up while I was trying to find something, and I was like, I wonder what this is. Ended up clicking on it. Great topic. It's a fascinating topic. Probably one of my favorite things I've had the opportunity to cover. So I'm really glad I got to cover this today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please like and subscribe. It always helps. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below as well. There's also as I said, as another reminder, I have a Discord chat now. Feel free to join, and we can talk about gaming, we can talk about Elder Scrolls, we can talk about pretty much what we gamers do. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you all around. Peace.